Greetings. Now listen, Penny. We need to talk about this bloody Wolambe. So, Wolambe, for me, right now, has come into my life, has been something that I've suppressed for many years, but through the magic I've done has come through with a certain tone, an African tone, maybe, from the magic I've done on the lands in South Africa on my Indian bloodline. And bar that healing went really well for myself. I managed to contain what I was there to, the cords that I was there to cut, which was war in my blood. My grandmother's blood was spilt on that land after she was murdered in the riots in 1976. So I know why I was drawn to that land through the magic. This is what I do. I do earth prayer. This is my purpose. And so anyway, I'm a drummer. I play drums and percussion and a lot of other instruments, but I was always a kind of beatboxer, always out of my mouth. And so when I came home from doing this magic in South Africa on the land of my Indian side, when I came back and I was beatboxing, this thick African language started coming out. And it was something that I could not show anybody. In my mind, like a year and a half ago, I think it was, I was like, I can't reveal this. This is nuts, man. And then people are going to think I'm more mad than I already am. So I kind of suppressed this. And, you know, the only people I kind of trusted to hear this and expose this was to Jacqueline first, and then in drum circles, because he comes out, that's where it's through rhythm. He just comes out with this rap. I don't know what the hell he's saying, but what it feels like is this suppression of either my past lives, my ancestry, the souls on that land. I mean, over Christmas, I went quite deep with him because I journey with him. And this is what, when I first came back, I spoke to a shaman friend of mine who said, you must journey with this entity or spirit because you don't know whether he's friend or foe. And I'm like, it was weird because I didn't feel that he was any threat at all. He just wanted to speak. And so my friend said, journey with him. So I do a lot of shamanic journeying on my own self, meeting my own wounded child, meeting my inner self. And I have a whole world down there that I've very much practiced, and it's very tangible in my own soul. And so I journeyed with him. His name is Wolambe. He says to me that he's like a gargoyle at the front of your house, or a scary figure that wards off evil spirits, wards off evil. He's a protector, basically. He's my own protection through my own psyche and journey, as my masculine and feminine fuse together through my own healing journey, which we're all trying to do. It's like, boom, he's popped out. I had a baby Wolambe. And so he's like my full self-expression, my full authenticity, something that I would be like, no, but felt so good and pure as the sounds and frequencies came out of my mouth. Now, for me, the more I get to know him and the more I get to know, actually, this is very real. You know, this is what I believe. You know, as children, we have this suppressed within us. We have, it's very natural for all children to have imaginary friends, and I mentioned this before in another video, but to hear voices and stuff, and we're straight away, no, must have that. You're a bloody man. This is madness. There's something wrong with you. I had this all my life. There's something wrong with you, PK. Why can't you do this? And why can't you do that? There's something wrong. So my limitations of myself. And now that I'm truly going into myself and not being affected by other people's judgment of me, for the first time, I'm allowing this voice, this frequency to come out of me. And it's like, the thing is, I know it's entertaining for people. And when I journey with him, he's like, you just need to speak me. You need to speak me. You need to speak me. And I find myself right now, it's been very draining for me in the last month, because I find myself right now, even in the street, just and it's constant. And sometimes it gets angry, sometimes it gets very sad, and then he sings songs and I bawl my eyes out. And it feels like a lot of suppressed pain from ancestors behind, from that land, maybe, I don't know, just needing to be released. Because after all, the sound is creation. And so how I see it is that what I'm allowing, which in past times I would have felt so ashamed of, for fear of ridicule, fear of insanity, I wouldn't have allowed. But this has been a massive awakening for me. And, you know, he's saying that you need to speak me constantly, but sing me. If you sing me or rhythm me, as he says, sing or rhythm me, people might think you're so nuts. And so now when I walk down the street and I'm going, mama, he then, you know, people think, oh, that's very nice sultry tones. Or if he's rhythm, oh, that's a nice beat. If he's talking, people are like, what's that strange white little boy speaking in that African accent for? And it's just nuts. So I'm trying to explain Wolambe in the most sanest way I can possibly explain him, because this is something very real that's happening within me. And I've gone through the whole route of mental illness, but I covered it up with drugs and everything, as we all do. Things that we don't want to show, we cover. And I am allowing that to come out. You know, my full self-expression. Before, my full self-expression would be coming out in very volatile, angry kind of ways. Not dealing with my emotions very well. Now I'm allowing myself to feel so much. And this is what my path for the last few years has been. But now with Wolambe within me, he's allowing me to feel for collective, for babies, children, mothers, fathers. And that's what I feel when I'm on my own and I'm not filming and I'm not doing the entertaining kind of Wolambe thing. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm purging. This is the earth prayer that I do. And with the protection of fire, of air, of earth, and of water. So, yeah, it's. I just wanted to put this out there just before we entered 2019, because my life in this last year has become very different as I really step into my own truth and not believing what others have perceived me as all my life. I'm now beginning to see myself through my own eyes, through my real eyes. And so I wanted to put that out there. You're going to get lots more Wolambe, because it's my way of purging. And what I've done in this last year is I did an experiment of what would happen if I am completely honest and authentic about my desires, my wants, what I want to say. What I love about Wolambe is, like, no one can decipher him. Not even me. But he's getting something out. And it's like, I don't offend anybody. It's just a bit strange to people. And it's just, I'm in my absolute element right now with him. I'm going through a lot of pain right now, because like the normal 3D stuff of heartache and love and blah, blah, blah. But for the first time in my life, I'm not alone. I'm being held so beautifully by, obviously, Gaia, but now of spirit or spirits, because I've allowed myself to open that side of me that I've had closed since I was a child, since I was told that hearing voices and imaginary friends was mad. Maybe it is. Who knows? You be the judge. But I don't care about your judgment. Not anymore. Anyway, should we have a little bit of a... Wolambe, you want to do something? Okay. Song or rhythm? Ada bukule mana, ala bukule mama, sule munati hata pumati hata pumati amu bukut pumati. Amani mamamuku ana ana hi mamamuku ana ana hi mamamuku ana ana na. Thank you for listening, people. And while I got my stuff off my chest, I love you. Bye from me and Wolambe.